Hey Matt, it is so good to have you. I'm Muckai Girish, co-founder and CEO of Rockfish Data. We are a 3-year-old startup based here in Silicon Valley and Pittsburgh, and the foundational innovation came out of research at Carnegie Mellon University, and we are addressing data bottleneck issues for enterprises, especially when it comes to AI agents. There is quite a bit of data issues that prevent AI agents in production with consistency and quality and reliability, and that's what we address with our synthetic data platform. Great to meet you, Matt, and would love to know a bit more about what you do.
So yeah, thank you very much for inviting me to the call. So mobile reality, I'm representing mobile reality company based in Warsaw, Poland. Our core business right now is custom software development, where we are now transforming ourselves and our company to focus more about AI automations. Like previously, companies were focusing on automation. We are going step forward, and we are integrating the AI component in the whole stuff, as AI automation also require typical software development to integrate all of the tools, all of the things around it. So this is, in my opinion, natural, uh, natural progress. Next episode for companies like we are. So this is what we do, what we are starting doing for our clients. We have already did a first implementations. So this is the core stuff, what we are doing. And the second stuff is the software as a service products for edge departments called Flurry, but this is the initial phase still. So let's focus on AI automation stuff, because I think this is the core of this discussion.
Yeah, awesome. And Matt, I know you've been at this for almost a decade with mobile reality. But the last 1 to 2 years, or sort of around that time, the paradigm has shifted, right? Quite a bit compared to what it was prior to, I call it BC, before ChatGPT. Uh, but after that, it has completely shifted. How have you adapted to that, and both from your solution point of view to your customers, especially with things like AI agents and all of that, and also your company's skill set and talent and all of that to kind of keep up with it.
So yeah, the shift. Yeah, we have seen big two shifts, I can say. Maybe not the first thing. The first problem for us was the year 2023, where we have the war, which started, maybe not started, but war is already in the progress. But the inflation and this kind of stuff, everything, the rising interest rates around the world. So this was the first hard times for us. So 2023, where we need to drastically cut our headcount. And the second shift, the second problem was at the beginning this year, when I think the AI transformation and impact on software development was have been have s- arise to the level which have arise to the level which have impact on the market. We have we saw we have seen, and we still see that a lot of companies boost the AI tools, boost their productivity, and they don't need as many companies to support them in development because AI agents are doing a lot of stuff for them. So yeah, two waves of problems I can say in the last 2 years that have a significant impact on our company, and I think for the whole market of software development companies and software agencies around the world. But yeah, and we are trying to adapt somehow to the current situation where yeah, we are, as I said at the beginning, the switch to AI automation is the natural path that I think each company like ours should follow. And yeah, this is so knowing more about how AI and how to integrate it, what tools can be used, what models are better for which business cases, and how to integrate them properly, knowing about their limitations, knowing about the problems which can appear during the integration, because this is not so easy to integrate LLM model for to full scale and scale application properly because yeah, more LLM models have their limitations as well, and yeah, you need to know how to handle them. So yeah.
Got it. Yeah. I mean, in a way, the world is changing in this direction, but you can also leverage the efficiency a lot of this provides in your solution, right? That way, even with a more focused workforce, you can achieve a lot more than what you could have done before. And
Yes. And
and Matt, what we are also finding is, given the prevalence of AI agents and agentic AI playing such a big role, what we are also seeing is that enterprises, when they deploy agents, um, they find that they're not ready because the companies that are developing the agents, they try to test it, but they don't have enough data and they don't have all the scenarios that they could have tested with. So they are hitting this classic case of demo to production death valley, as they call, and also trust and reliability crisis, right? And that is a problem that we are addressing to make sure that before you can deploy an agent in a production environment, that it has been tested thoroughly under multiple scenarios, benchmarked against what expected outcome is, and it produces very consistent outcomes for what it's intended to do. Otherwise, you don't want to find out later that it produces inconsistent results or wrong outcomes, or the workflows go all over the place where it's not supposed to, which makes it detrimental to the enterprise, especially when you're dealing with real people, real things. Like, for example, I think you have an interesting case where you have a AI agent that actually calls leads that have not been active for a long time. And that is an interesting case, right? Would love to know a bit more about that particular use case. Matt.
yes, regarding to this use case, we are thinking about few hundred calls, few thousand minutes per month of calling to the leads, um, and yeah, making activating them by voice agent who will talk with them directly about the yeah and asking them if they're still interested about checking the offer again. So the AI agent is customized to the company. Agent have a name. He's representing the particular company. He know what this company is doing, and based on the system prompt and the initial information that are put it into the agent, he is doing the initial interview with the lead, with the potential client, is asking him, and yeah, if client show the interest, he's transferring him to the human agent, And yeah, so I check it by myself. I talk with this agent, and he looks he the feeling is very almost natural. I can say maybe almost always almost. If you are aware about how this technology works and the and you are in this world, technological world, you have this feeling that this is something unnatural. But for typical person, typical, but the person not typical, but person who is outside this world, who's not dealing with AI agents on daily basis, this can be tricky. I can say he might be thinking. I think that he will be thinking that he is talking with the real person. Uh, maybe, but yeah, for example, it can be tested. It has to be tested because this project hasn't been rolled out, hasn't been on rollout on production yet. So only a few users for within this company that we are talking with check it how it works. So, but yes, this is the case that we have on the table right now. So yeah, this is an yeah, this is the whole story from my side, and maybe you have some interesting business cases around data, synthetic data, and preparing data for similar scenarios using components.
Absolutely, Matt. I think that's a very interesting use case, right? Because the this agent that you're talking about, it'll be interesting to measure how the agent did relative to if a human had called, right? Did the same task, and if it is obviously much cheaper, but at the same time, if it turns out to be similar efficacy in terms of what the outcome it produces, and of course, if that lead shows interest, you send it to a human to talk to that person anyway. So you're making the human's job a lot more easier rather than talk to leads that probably are not that useful. You don't want humans to do that because they also kind of feel dejected if you talk to somebody and it's all negative. They actually want to talk to people that are really interested, right? So in a way, it's a win-win situation for everybody. So, but it'll be nice to measure the efficacy of that and then compare it. That'll kind of show that it doesn't produce any false negatives, which means a lead that could have been converted by a human being, the automated agent doesn't do a good job. In that case, you're losing a potential lead. So you want to kind of minimize that error. Whereas the opposite, false positive may be okay for you in that case. So kind of measuring that and comparing it to what you would have had with a human person calling would be very effective for people to do. And I think it's about creating those scenarios and being able to test it with synthetically generated data that may also kind of give you an idea on what works, what doesn't work, and what may work, etc. as well. So very interesting.
Mm.
Matt, kind of changing subject a little bit. With all these changes happening, where do you see in general Europe, the enterprise landscape in terms of automation, AI adoption, and how you are playing in that, and what are sort of your outlook, in the coming 1 to 3 years? Maybe 3 years is a long time in the AI world, but maybe let's say 1 year. How are you sort of looking at it, and what are some of the things that you are doing at Mobile Reality?
Uh, future is an interesting topic to discuss about in these special times when we are uh, reading when I am reading about future scenarios that leaders from AI industries presenting to us. Yeah, the they are saying that the, the big shift will came to us in next 2 3 years. Somebody tells that it will happen by the end of this year. So it's really hard to predict about the future. We see in what is the speed of the current progress. But regarding the future and mobile reality future, I mean, implementing more and more AI automation flows for our clients. This is, I think, the future. The things that are will be more and more necessary to be still competitive on the market, to be productive as others. Because yeah, in AI automations, the productivity is the most important thing. So, how to speed up the processes which are taking hours and make them in the minutes. So I think that this is the direction, and this is the future. And implementing more and more uh, AI workflows. I mean, AI workflows um, can also means the whole application that are working, that are executing a lot of AI workflows. So yeah, this kind of feature that I see right now. And yeah, and your opinion about the future?
Yeah, of course, geopolitical will keep out of that in this conversation, but at least from a technology standpoint, you know, yeah,
Okay,
I think Europe is definitely adopting a lot of these technologies, Matt. It looks like so that is great to hear.
yeah, sure, exactly.
Awesome, awesome. Well, wonderful talking to you, and wishing you and Mobile Reality the best, and look forward to continuing this conversation as things shape up more.
Sure, sure. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Matt. Appreciate it.